More, and it's time for Tasty Tuesday here on Good Things, which is brought to you by PrimeShrimp.com, which is your one-stop shop for the pre-seasoned, easy-to-cook shrimp. And the best part, it is delivered straight to your door. Now, today is the last day to be able to get the 50% off of your first order. So we want to make sure you get a complete opportunity to do that. And then you take a complete opportunity to do that. And you go to Prime, that's PRIME, shrimp.com. You make your order, and then at the checkout, you'll put in Good Things, and you will get half off. And y'all, everyone who has chimed in on the C Spire text line and from friends and family who have taken advantage of that 50% off has been, pleasantly surprised by the quality and the taste of the shrimp. I know Ryno and I both feel sort of the same way. That's why I ordered more shrimp to make sure we had our freezer stocked with it. It really is simple.
Super simple.
Super simple.
If you can boil water, you can make prime shrimp.
Alrighty, so Tasty Tuesday means we talk about what you are cooking up at home. So Ryno, you've had a day off, a long weekend, so I know that means you're cooking up something good. Now you let us know what's the latest and greatest recipe you've tried, 601-879-4395.
Yeah, I actually made sure to make notes on this one because I was kind of experimenting a little bit, but it's a recipe that's pretty simple. I try to keep it simple if it's going to be based on something simple like boiling water to make the prime shrimp, especially the signature shrimp, because it only takes 4 minutes to cook it. So got the water boiling, dropped it off in there, let it cook for 4 minutes, set it off to the side for a minute, and let it cool enough for me to handle it. And then I went to town. I got the knife out, and I chopped up the shrimp into little bite-sized pieces, put them over my mixing bowl, and then I kept it simple with a third a cup of sour cream, a third a cup of mayonnaise, a third a cup of Parmesan, and a third a cup of mozzarella.
Yum.
Mixed that in there. I spiced it a little bit with some oregano and thyme, like half a teaspoon of each. Got all that together, and then I found a nice big long piece of Italian bread on the clearance rack, so I sliced that up into
good and toasty bread.
Oh yeah, about half-inch thick slices. Mm-hmm. Set those out on a baking sheet. If you don't want to wait, you need to preheat the oven to 400. Put my little cheesy, shrimpy mixture on top, sprinkled it with some Tonys, and baked them for 5 to 7 minutes. Delicious shrimp toast. Cajun shrimp toast. There you go. About as easy as you can make it.
That is about as easy as you can make it, and it sounds absolutely delicious. You had me at sour cream, mayonnaise, Parmesan, all the things together, but you create that sort of spread on some warm toast, and man, that's really going to hit it home perfectly for sure. Yesterday was actually National Fettuccini Day, which I hated wasn't on today for Tasty Tuesday, but I thought, you know what, a day late, dollar short doesn't matter, because there's actually a cool story about how fettuccine got created. But that's my favorite with the prime shrimp, is doing the shrimp Alfredo. I mean, you can get chicken Alfredo, you can get other things, or just plain Alfredo and noodles. But it really does make it so simple, because all you have to do is boil the water. But if you are a lover of all things Alfredo or fettuccine, then you'll love to know that it was created back in 1908 out of love for the concern of an Italian entrepreneur's pregnant wife. So his wife, who was expecting their first child, lacked an appetite, and so he decided to get in the kitchen and put his culinary skills to work. And so because the birth of their first son, in his words, depended on it, he had noodles, cheese, and butter, and he figured out how to create a sauce with the noodles that would get his wife to eat. And so she ate it, she enjoyed it, it helped her through her pregnancy, so he put it on his menu, and as they say, the rest is history.
I feel like it's got to have been around longer than that. That's just when it got its name.
Oh, probably.
That's when it was coined.
Absolutely. I would think he wouldn't have been the first to use, cheese, butter, and noodles all together. But he just was smart enough to name it and put it on a menu there in his restaurant. I don't think
I have any Italian heritage to draw from, but I'm pretty sure I've made that exact combination just because it's what I had.
Well,
butter, noodles,
it's
and cheese.
Easy. But he came up with a good name for it.
That's a lot better than me calling it butter, noodles, and cheese. You wouldn't order that.
You can't meet anybody who doesn't like Alfredo. Now, if you're on a diet, you may skip it because if it's made authentically, well,
Go straight to the hips.
and that's okay. but there's usually nobody who can't say or can say with confidence, "Oh, I don't like Alfredo." Yes,
It's
you
rare.
do. It's rare. Unless you have a butter or cheese allergy, then, you probably enjoy it. Bubba from Meridian said, I cooked the prime shrimp signature season and a box of rice aroni stir fry. Total 18 minutes prep. It was great. Oh, I love those sort of quick and easy, simple done kind of weeknight meals. I think a lot of times, again, I say this all the time here on Good Things, we overthink dinner. And there are so many like made at home or like half homemade or almost semi-homemade, I think would be a better term for it, where you can utilize some of these already seasoned box kind of things or even like the prime shrimp. And when one or two steps, you can put together a full meal full of flavor that's still like home cooked. It's not the same as like going through a fast food chain, and it's not as expensive as always going out to getting takeout. And it's phenomenal. So that's a great idea to think about all of those different rice mixes that you have available. All you gotta do is boil 2 pots of water, one for your shrimp, one for your rice or for your noodles. And then you have a full meal ready for you to
Which
go.
we have learned, you don't stir rice, correct?
Correct.
Unless you're doing the boiling bag. I guess you can move the bag around. But
Oh, so yesterday, while you were not with us, Will was here. He is a fan of the Alfredo prime shrimp, and he said that he flipped the bag per the instructions. But I've never in my life heard of having to flip something in boiling water.
I mean, it's really because it's sous vide. I think it's supposed to be at a certain temperature. But yeah, I've done it both ways. I've done it where I remembered to flip it. I've done it where I didn't flip it, and they turned out fine. I think it's just more a matter of it's going to maybe look even better if you flip it because it's going to have even heating from the bottom of the pot. I don't know. I haven't had any problems.
Me either. I'm not flipping anything that's in a roaring pot of boiling water. You could add shrimp, I guess, to this dish if you wanted to, but I did post a barbecue chicken recipe for your crock pot. It does take a little longer.
Barbecue shrimp is delicious.
It is. I don't know. You'd probably add your shrimp in at the end. I think if you cooked shrimp in the crock pot for 4 to 6 hours, it probably would be really rubbery. That's the beauty of it, though. It doesn't take as long.
That's how you turn it into a dog toy.
Yes. So we don't recommend that. We don't want you to take away from the quality of what they've already done in their made-to-boil bags. But if you like barbecue chicken, then you can jot this down, or you can go online, either Instagram or Facebook, and find it. And it's just 4 to 6 chicken breast in a crock pot, put it on the bottom, and then you take a 12-ounce bottle of your favorite barbecue sauce. I highly recommend just the cheapest thing on the there at the grocery store because they're just pouring it over chicken. And then 3/4 a cup of your favorite Italian dressing, 1/4 a cup of brown sugar, and then 2 tablespoons of Worcestershire. Worcestershire.
The Worcester sauce.
Worcester sauce. You can't say it once and move on. You have to repeat yourself to make sure you either got it right or you're proud. It's like a victory lap even if you did it right. So anyway, you put the chicken in the crock pot, whisk all the other ingredients together. That's the barbecue sauce, the Italian dressing, the brown sugar, the Worcestershire. And you let the crock pot cook for 4 to 6 hours. When you know the chicken's at 165 internally, you shred it, which someone gave a pro tip that you should shred your chicken in a mixer, which I've never done that before. But hey, I think it would work. It'd be easier. And then you eat it. You eat it on a bun. You eat it with rice.
Well, never mind. You said mixer. I was thinking food processor. I was like, I don't have a food processor, but I do have a blender.
Well, I think
put chicken breast off in the blender. Woo! But then I called on. I was like, oh, mixer. Duh.
Yes.
I have a hand mixer. I could do that.
I wonder if the hand mixer would work.
I'm sure it would.
Oh, it's worth a try. I think maybe her terminology would have been, or maybe I'm messing it up, would be more of a food processor. But I wouldn't. Just record it, video it for us if you try one of the other things. I'm thinking.
Will it blend? Chicken breast. Yes, it will. Do I want to eat this now?
Do not eat barbecue.
Then I'll just go to the freezer and get some prime shrimp out and have it ready in about 10 minutes and don't have to worry about it.
And then you don't have to worry about it. When you can eat your chicken through a straw, it's not exactly what I was going for. You would want something else, and you'd be grateful that you had prime shrimp there in the freezer. But we'd be grateful if you took advantage of the
Barbecue chicken in a bottle. Just
No. Go to primeshrimp.com, Prime, shrimp.com, and get your 50% off by using Good Things code. Today is the last day for that, so we would love for you to take advantage of it. But stick with us. We've got more good things for you coming up next.